Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 GMO random run, where we take two random character classes, mash them together using the awesome Genetically Modified Overkill mod, which you can find a link to in the description of the video, and that combines both of their sets of abilities into one horrible monstrosity of a character. We're going to see if we can beat Danger 5 with whatever results. Let's just jump right in and see what two random characters we get, and we have the Cryptid and the Demon. Well, this is a spooky character. So Demon uses HP for their items, and the Cryptid, of course, wants to generate a lot of trees and gets materials from trees. I think this is going to be a really interesting character. I'm going to go ahead, because I think this will be pretty strong, I'm going to go ahead and roll a random weapon here, and we'll just go with whatever random weapon we get, because I think that will be really fun. And sure, Ghost Axe seems pretty fun to me. This is going to help us stack percent damage stats up, which will be really powerful. Oh, I like the look of this character also. So I think we have penalties to material drops from enemies because of the Cryptid. So we're really just getting the things from the trees, which is going to hold back the demon a little bit in terms of maximum HP. Here I'm just going to take this max HP because that just gives us our... that lets us buy more stuff in the shop since we're the demon. And I'll show you the stats for these two characters as well. So the Cryptid gets extra materials and XP for every tree at the end of the wave, and you get regen as you go through the wave, but you can't use lifesteal, and you have 50% fewer material drops from enemies. Demon turns half of your materials at the end of the wave into HP, and we buy items with HP instead of with materials. So this is an interesting combination that's going to give us a lot of economy, I think. I'm genuinely not sure exactly how this will stack up, because 50% fewer material drops is a real penalty. On Cryptid, in general, I like getting a lot of luck, because you will break some of the trees, and those trees can drop crates, so that's pretty good to get that. And on Demon, you don't have to just buy weapons with your opening shops. You can buy other stuff as well, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this propeller hat. The question here is, do I want to buy other ghost weapons, or are we just axes? I think the answer is that it's more fun if I am buying other ghost weapons, but I'm going to not buy the scepter because that's just too powerful a demon build. I think we'll do the flints and the axes, and that just to max out our stat gain, and that will be the most fun way to build this character. Definitely get another flint, and I'm going to go ahead and combine these so that we can try to maximize our stat gain here. Buy a tree and roll again, and another flint. More enemies is always great when you're going for one of these builds. We also need to repair our armor because we are going to be taking negative armor thanks to our ghost weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this helmet. Roll again, buy another axe, and we will do another combine here to try to max out our stat gain. And then I think I'm okay going down to 1 HP, so I'm just going to buy the duck, roll one more time. The defective steroids gets us 2 melee damage for minus 2 attack speed, and is basically free because we spend 2 HP but gain 2 HP, so we can always buy that. Then we will buy the lemonade as well. One more reroll here. Weird Ghost puts us down to 1 starting HP, but gives us 2 more HP to spend on items, so that's always good. We're definitely going to buy that. Alien Worm is also pretty good for this build as well, because 1, it gives us just more economy, so it's always worth picking that up. But 2, we won't be generating a lot of consumables usually. We'll just be using regen from our trees, so we're okay reducing our healing. We're still going to try to increase our healing, but it's not like with Lemonade, but it's not as bad as for other characters. And of course, we just get to buy more items if we do this. We've managed to reroll a lot. I want to avoid the lumberjack shirt because I don't want to break trees. One more reroll, I guess, here. And then, oh nice, we get a Scar. Scar is awesome for this character because more XP means more HP. Every time you get a level, you get 1 max HP, so that helps a lot. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy the Ghost Axe as well, going down to 1 HP. I could still buy the Ghost Scepter. If you go to 0, you just get 1. And so this is a way to basically steal an HP from the game. So I think I'm going to just do that just because it's fun. If you start with 0 max HP, you go into the next wave with 1. It always rounds up. Now, I have to be very careful not to take a hit, because we have exactly 1 health. Oh, that was a risky play by me there, by the way. Don't think we got any stats that level. Ended up with only 3 HP, but that's alright. I'm going to go ahead and reroll here. I'm looking for harvesting or HP, just anything along those lines. Sure, I'll take the 3 max HP. And then regeneration isn't bad. I'll probably just take it because it's level 2. I'm going to go ahead and buy the bag and the ghost flint, and we will stay at 3 HP, I think. I can probably reroll once, buy another flint. I'm going to sell out of this ghost scepter, buy another flint, and then go down to 1 HP again just to buy the weird food, just because that sounds fun. I'm not going to reroll anymore. We'll just save our materials to turn into health. Next wave, I'm going to try to go up to like 10 HP so that I'm not in danger of being one-shot. But in wave 2 and wave 3, I think you can pretty safely go down to 1 HP. Of course, I say that, and I'm going to immediately get myself killed here, which would be very funny, so, you know, either way, you guys win. So, interestingly, I think that the materials we get from the trees are we're getting after the demon is turning them into health. So we're not getting as much HP as we would otherwise. Because normally on demon, you turn a bunch of your materials into health. But I think what's happening here with the cryptid, and both of those things happen at the end of the wave, I think the cryptid is giving us the materials after the demon's giving us health. So this character has a much weaker economy than I thought it would. I'll take the 10 luck here, and then I'm going to re-roll this. I think we can do better. I guess I'll just keep taking luck. I mean, we got 40 luck now. That's pretty nice. I'm a little torn here. I don't necessarily want to drop down to where I'm just getting one-shot at this point. So I think what we're going to do is lock the Peaceful Bee, which I do still want. And actually, I'm just going to lock this entire shop. I think we want this entire shop, but I also want to save my money and my health so that I can start having some health going into these future waves. With 6 HP, I believe we are safe to tank 1 hit. I think the projectiles on this wave do 4 damage, if I'm remembering correctly. So, yep, as it turns out, that was right. So I shouldn't just die to a single attack from an enemy. And it's a good thing that I didn't go down to 1 HP, because I tanked an attack and would have died immediately. It's important to know your limits, especially because our weapons actually are not doing a ton of damage right now. We're not Ghost, so we're not getting the additional base damage that Ghost gets on these weapons, so we need to actually buy melee damage. I'm going to do that, and we'll buy max HP. Now we're up at 20, so that's a lot safer. Here, I think I will spend down to 12 to buy all 4 of these items. That way our armor is getting repaired a little bit. Start at 1 HP, but we have a lot of regeneration, so I can definitely just get 1 max HP from the weird ghost here. And then I think it's probably worth it to buy the goat skull, because we need to get bonus melee damage. But I will lock the flint rather than purchase it, I think. No, I think at 8 HP we can still survive, so I'm going to do that. I'll do a reroll just to see if there's something I want to lock, and there is. Riposte is interesting for this type of dodge-based character, but I think it's still better not to buy it, because it will steal kills from your ghost weapons. We have very low regen in the early stages of the wave, because there's no trees on the field yet, so I need to be a little bit careful early on. Once the trees come back, our 8 HP is going to get filled out pretty quickly. Instantly tanked a hit there, so I need to be very careful for the next little while to gain our regen back. One nice thing, I guess, about having 8 HP is that even with only a little bit of regen, we get back to max HP quite quickly, because it's not very much. Starting to get a few stats from our weapons here. Yeah, we're definitely getting the cryptid money after the demon conversion, so that's a really interesting way that this combines. I really like this mod because you see all sorts of weird interactions. It makes you really reevaluate the classes in new ways. I'll grab the melee damage here, and then I think I'm going to stay... I'm going to try to just save up a bunch of money so we can actually start getting HP from our demon levels. But I think I will buy the flint, just stack some more attack speed, and the axe I will... I guess I'd rather have 3 and 3, so let's combine a flint, buy an axe, buy a coffee. We'll stay at 13 HP. I'm going to reroll once. Yeah, I guess I will buy a weird ghost just to go back up to 14 HP. Reroll one more time, and that's it. So we're just going to save a bunch of money to try to actually start building up some max health. Again, need to be quite careful in the early stages of the wave, because our regen is low until there's trees on the field. I could also just be breaking all these trees, because we have 40 luck and we have a bag, so that would get us a lot more money. And it's possible that this version of the Cryptid will transition to being the type that wants to break all the trees. Like, I could have gone for the lumberjack shirt. Oh, I didn't mean to break that tree, but I did. I could have gone for the lumberjack shirt and hoped to roll into Pocket Factory, and then we could have gone for the type of Cryptid build that actually just breaks all the extra trees rather than using the regeneration. I think the HP's good. I'll just take the level 3 move speed upgrade, though. And then here, percent damage I could use, of course. Luck I could use, but I think I'm going to just try to get to dodge cap as soon as possible. 8 HP for the poisonous tonic. That is quite expensive. It's a bunch of stats that we don't really need, but I think it's still worth buying at this point. It'll help us farm. I'm going to reroll here, and then... Duct tape I want, but I think for this spot we're going to stay at 20 health and just lock these 2 items. I guess duct tape is actually 5 health for 1 armor, so never mind, I don't want that. Just go with the luck. I want to get the luck before we hit wave 9 to try to maximize our chance of dropping crates in wave 9. I should definitely have been trying to break the eggs, because... when you are an ethereal weapon build, you really don't want to be spending all your attacks on the same high health enemies. You want to be killing lots of low health enemies. So it's really useful to try to break the eggs in this wave. I'm going to go pick up this crate so I don't die. On the other hand, when you're cryptid, you end up in a position where it's hard to move around the map between the eggs because you have to avoid trees if you want to maximize your income. Trying to make sure I'm actually clearing these big groups of enemies, too, to get our stats going. It's not that important to focus on the stat gain early on in the game with ethereal weapons. Usually around, like, wave 9 is when, and onwards is when you start getting a lot of stats, but more stats early is good. Gentle Alien, of course, is excellent for this build, and I will take 12% damage. Even though we are building the damage ourselves, it's still just a really nice boost to my damage at this point. Dangerous Bunny costs me 4 HP, gets me a free reroll. I don't know how valuable a free reroll is in terms of income for this. So I would need, basically, 13 materials is equal to 1 max HP. So spending 4 max HP on the bunny here is the equivalent of spending 66 materials. It will take, is the equivalent of spending 52 materials. So it will take a few rerolls to pay for itself. I think it's still worth it, but I don't know if I want to go down to like 20 max HP. I think I'm going to buy the Lucky Charm, and then I think I probably will still just buy the Dangerous Bunny. Lock this. This only cost me 1 HP for 2 melee damage. Yes, I do lose some attack speed, but I think that's a worthy trade. And then do I just want to buy the Flint, go to 22? I think that's probably good. We'll do that. One more reroll, see if there's anything else I want to get. Improved Tools is pretty cool. Metal is also very good. It'll only cost me 3 max health. I'm not going to do it right now. Metal Detector is pretty bad, though, because we have 50% fewer materials on the ground. Improved Tools I want because I'm still considering going for the Pocket Factory build. No, I think that's actually just not good, because the pocket factories will just steal from our ethereal weapons, so I'm more interested in just trying to stack stats as high as possible. So we'll just lock the metal, take our 22 HP, and go to wave 8. Wave 8, pretty bad wave for most ethereal builds, because it's all these chargers who have lots of health. You really want to make sure that you are hunting down the... Oops, shouldn't have killed that tree. Hunting down the groups of the, like, normal aliens, because that's where you're actually going to get stats from. When I fail to... Or when I take a hit, I should try to go break some trees just to pick up consumables, because that is how we can stay at max health. And when we only have 22 health, wow, that was a lot of lucky dodges in a row. I could easily have died there, by the way, if my 40% dodge chance hadn't come through for me. Wow. I have to say we are getting very lucky on the dodges here. 41% dodge chance, and I think I had like 8 dodges in a row. I'll take the piggy bank. We are going to be holding a lot of materials, so piggy bank is actually really good. Glasses, kind of interesting for this character who has normally very weak range, but I think we're just not going to worry about that. At this point, I don't think the harvesting is worth picking up. I'm going to try to repair our armor. Weird Ghost will be fine. We should be able to repair that before we die. By the max HP here, I'm going to try to stay at around 30 health, I think. So we'll upgrade our Ghost Axe, and then one more reroll. Nuclear Launcher, kind of fun. Alright, I'm not going to try to stay at 30 health, because I just got 2 items that will be really valuable going into Wave 9. We expect to get a lot of crates, so the recycling machine should be really good. And, of course, upgrading our flints means more stats that we're getting. Here I'm going to sit on 350, which is also going to work really well with the Dangerous Bunny. Instantly, or not the Dangerous Bunny, the Piggy Bank, which will instantly get me a bunch of extra materials. I don't actually know the order that will happen in either. Whether we're going to get those and they'll immediately get turned, or whether we get the money after they get converted into HP by the demon. Notice how quickly we heal back up, just because we have great luck and a lot of... and 5 consumable healing. Trying to stay near the center of the arena, immediately heal back up as soon as I take a hit, because we only have 24 max health. At this point, I need to start trying to build max health, because... oh, I need to be very careful there. Because now I'm starting to have to play a little bit scared whenever I take a hit. It means it's actually costing me a lot of money and stats, because I have to run away from these big groups of enemies. Taking a single hit is too dangerous for me. I am just breaking trees in this area of the arena, because we have plenty of trees on the field, but I was able to still get a lot of trees and also maintain my spacing. Only 2 crates, though, even though I broke a lot of trees, so pretty unlucky with 70 luck, I have to say. Tentacle, yeah, that's some healing, and crit chance is going to be good damage for us. The 9 max HP would be good, but I think I actually need the armor. 0 armor is too dangerous for me right now. I'm going to try to stay at 40 HP this wave, so I will go for the power generator, which is a lot of bonus damage and makes any speed I get better. And the tree, and then I'll lock the axe, and I think we'll take our free reroll, lock this. Move speed and damage. I guess I will take the Terrified Onion, but I'm going to try to sit on 40 HP here. Pretty poor showing, honestly, last round. We didn't get that many stats, and we only made 500. Now, you don't expect to get massive income from Wave 9 on the Cryptid, because you only have 50% material drops from enemies. Gonna break one of these trees just to try to stay near full health. But the fact that we killed, you know, 1 million enemies and only got 2 crates, while also breaking a bunch of trees, which should be a lot of crates, is pretty weak, honestly. I'm feeling hard done by that last wave. Gonna go try to kill that guy. Great. At this point, though, with our decent dodge percentage and the regen that we have from all the trees on the field, we're plus our consumable healing, we're able to just bathe in these groups of enemies now that I have a reasonable amount of max health. So that part's really good. I'll definitely take the melee damage. We're struggling a little in terms of wave clear, but doing well in other stats. We'll take the speed. That's also worth damage. Recycle the statue. And at this point, I'm going to just recycle the diploma. The XP gain is not very valuable for us right now. More move speed is good because it's also more damage. And here, we'll take the 9% dodge. We're getting close to our 70 dodge cap, but more would still be better. Wheelbarrow will still pay for itself at this point, so we're definitely going to grab it. I'm going to try to buy down to about 50 max health, I think. Because I want to hit 70 or 80 before the first horde wave, just for safety. Buy these 2 axes. And we'll buy the Terrified Onion, do a reroll, buy another axe, do... Ugly Tooth will be pretty good against elites, so I think I am going to buy that, and I'll buy the Goat Skull as well. Flat melee damage is pretty important. I do need more crit chance, but the flat melee damage is going to be more valuable. Lock this Ghost Flint. Acid reduces our damage, and Bait only gives me 8% damage, which obviously I'm building a lot of, so I don't really need it. I'm just going to go to the next wave. 47 HP should be enough for us to survive pretty easily. The piggy bank is going to be an all-star this run, by the way. And also, if we find a padding, I actually will take that quite highly. Because, as you can see, we just have 1,000 materials in the bank. Our actual damage is not as high as I'd like. We are struggling to kill these rib cages quickly, and that is going to be a problem when we go to elite waves. Luckily, we have some horde waves early on, which is really good for this build. Obviously, for any ethereal build, you prefer horde waves. Also, for most characters, you prefer horde waves just because they're easier and they're good farm. And while elite waves do give you level 4 items, just more money is usually better than the level 4 item. No crates that wave. Still feeling pretty hard done by with the amount of luck we have. I'm going to re-roll this. We don't need any of those stats. 3 armor will be a big deal here. Let's definitely take the silver bullet, and I will upgrade my flint. Roll again. Baby gecko I don't think we need. Gambling token I am going to take because it's good. It's good for my dodge, and also we just want to get to dodge cap as soon as possible. Cake is 3 HP for, or it's net 0 HP for minus 1% damage. We could take it in anticipation of maybe finding Fairy, like paying 1% damage to potentially have another unique item for Fairy is not a bad plan, and actually I am going to do that. And then let's roll here. Coupon will pay for itself, and padding is going to be a lot of max HP actually, so I am going to do that. Yeah, we'll buy both of those. 74 max HP. I want to stay around 70 for this horde wave. Do I want shackles? 8 regen gets our regen started earlier, which is really nice, so more regen is good. Also, 29% speed is plenty, but it costs 10 HP. I think I am going to buy the shackles here. Because this caps my speed at 29, which means I can now just buy speed for our power generator, because even over cap it still gives us extra damage, without getting so fast that it becomes hard to dodge. As you get faster and faster, obviously, your reflexes need to be faster and faster to compensate, so having shackles actually can help when you're trying to do a power generator build for the game to not get too fast for you to play. I'll lock this flint, because I think we can... No, we actually don't have a way to upgrade the flint, so I'm not going to lock it, because we would need to also find a level 2 or 3 item, level 2 or 3 weapon, in order to be able to benefit from this. So, while I would maybe like lock it and reroll at some point, I'm not going to right now. We've got 64 HP. Currently, the padding is giving me plus 10, so padding has actually been pretty useful for this character. Walked right into that healer enemy and took 11 damage. The horde wave obviously should be very good for our stat gain. Also worth noting, of course, is that the Cryptid does have the additional attack speed from dodging. Every time you dodge, your attack speed gets faster for the rest of that round. So that will help with our wave clear as well as we continue to buy damage. And another reason to try to hit that 70 dodge cap as soon as possible. Trying to move into these big groups of enemies, but without taking too many hits. Let's go get that loot alien. Got him. You go break that one tree for the consumable, and break this tree just because it's getting in my way. Two crates that wave. Slightly better, but I still think we're getting pretty unlucky on crate drops. I'll take the tentacle here. 12 max HP. We now are starting to get quite a lot of max HP just because I'm stocking a lot of materials, but I'll still take the 12 here. Garden for consumables, I don't think we need. Head injury for percent damage. We definitely don't really need more percent damage, so I'm just going to pass on these. We'll take the ghost flint for sure. Roll again here. Stone skin is not amazing for this build, to be honest, because we just don't have the armor to support it. And while max HP is very important to us, I don't know if we're ever going to have the armor to support it. Like, it costs 10 and costs me 2 armor, which is much more valuable than the HP it's going to give. So I think here we're going to skip the stone skin. I'll take plant, though, because more regen early is good. Weird ghost. I did roll past the pocket factory because I've decided to just stack stats this game, and we're gonna continue to roll past lumberjack shirt for the same reason. Weird ghost. So I gain +1 HP, but I'd start with 1 HP going into the next wave. I think that's just gonna cost me too many stats because I'll have to play too cautiously. So I'm gonna pass on that. Here I will go for the ghost flint again, passing the pocket factory. I will buy 5% damage here. No, I don't think that's even worth it. It costs 6 health to buy that 5% damage. The game really wants me to buy the lumberjack shirt combo. But I'll take the coupon and the mushroom, and then I'm going to try to stay at around 80 HP. We'll buy the tree for sure. I don't need head injury. The flint upgrade is great, and the mushroom upgrade also good. One more reroll. And 88 HP, I will go with the armor. And yeah, we'll just go down to 79 by buying the mushroom. This is 4 speed for 3 health. I don't think that's worth it either. 4 damage for 3 health. Just because our percent damage is so high already, I don't really need to boost that. Any move speed we get kind of for free or from level ups or whatever, I'll definitely go with. But the expense of that kind of move speed, at least with our current HP total, is too much for me right now. I think this build actually was harder than I thought it would be. Had more of a risk of dying than I expected. And we did, although I will say we got a little unlucky in terms of the crate drops. But I was expecting this to be a breeze. But the order in which the Cryptid passive and the Demon passive apply really hurts this character's economy. Normally, Demon you expect to be able to buy just thousands of items and just be way out ahead in terms of economy. But on this character, you have so much less max HP to play with in the early game, and it takes so much longer for your economy to get rolling, that I think this is actually a fairly hard combination. It's really interesting how those little things can really make a big difference. Base damage is incredibly important for us, as is armor, so very happy with that. Although I will lose some armor to get closer to my dodge cap. Let's roll again. Rip and tear, not so much, but padding, this is just going to be some more max HP for us. Especially as I stock up more materials. Peaceful Bee, yeah, I will buy this just for the 4% dodge, because that gets me all the way to my cap, which is great. And then I think I'll do one reroll here. I'm going into a horde wave, so I want to buy this ghost flint if possible. I think I will... Do I combine to a level 4 axe and just keep the level 2 flint, or do I sell? I think I'll just combine and we'll just go for 4 flints and 2 axes. That's fine. Then I actually am going to buy tardigrade as well, just to try to stay alive. And I'm okay going down to 82 HP. I'll just buy the head injury here. This wave I'm a little worried about just because it's wave 14. There's going to be so many summons on the field because we have so many increased enemy spawns. And it's very hard for me not to like break the summoners. Tardigrade, I think, is a good purchase for the Cryptid because your healing is so much better at the end of the wave than at the beginning. So it can take a long time to heal back damage that you take early in the wave, but later on, the damage is less important. So there's some natural synergy between Cryptid and Tardigrade that normally characters' damage you take at the beginning of the wave is significantly less important than damage you take near the end of the wave, because you'll just heal it up before you take more damage, and there's fewer enemies on the field and stuff. But Cryptid's healing and defensive stats go up over the course of the wave, so early damage is actually pretty dangerous to you. So I think there's actually quite a lot of natural synergy between those this class and that item. Metal detector. At this point, I think we're just going to recycle. We'll recycle the dynamite. Let's just take the speed. I want to go back up to my speed cap here. Reroll this, upgrade the ghost flint, and roll again. No, we got a level 2 ghost flint. I think the wheelbarrow will probably still pay for itself, honestly, over the next few waves. I'm going to just roll and buy up to like 100 here. I'll take the helmet at this point. The armor is still just the most valuable thing for us. Crit chance is pretty good as well, so I think I will take Claw Tree. One more reroll to see if there's anything else I want. I'm going to buy the beanie, going down to 100 HP, and then lock the silver bullet. We don't need it yet, because we're not going into an elite wave for a bit, but the beanie gives me just more movement speed and more damage. Even on this wave, it's less important than on wave 7, but even on this wave you should try to break the eggs, just so you waste fewer attacks on the big slashers and get to kill weak enemies more. Especially because on this version of the character, on the Cryptid, we have a 50% chance to drop 0 from enemies, so the slashers normally drop 3 materials when you kill them, but on the Cryptid there's a 50% chance of dropping nothing. So it's not that it reduces enemy material drops by 50%, it's that each enemy just has a 50% chance of dropping stuff. It's the same expected value, but it's a lot worse when you spend a whole bunch of time trying to kill the thing and then get nothing out of it. I'm going to take the Blood Leech, I guess. We don't really need the harvesting, and the regeneration is still good. We'll take the luck here, because my attack speed is 188, so I don't really need more of that. Buy the silver bullet, buy the mastery, reroll. I'm still finding level 2 ghost flints all the time. Reroll again. Leather vest, still great for us. Even though it's over dodge cap, just because the armor is really important. I will spend 10 HP for 2 armor. And I think I will still buy the clover. We're going to go way over dodge cap, but that means I can take stuff that reduces my dodge cap, and 20 luck is still just good for me. One more reroll, I think, just to see if there's anything else I want. I don't believe that the wheelbarrow will pay for itself now. No, it probably still will. Wheelbarrow is just so good. I mean, so every HP is worth 13 materials, so and this is giving me 16 every wave, so even without taking into account the harvesting gains, it only takes 5 waves to pay for itself. And the harvesting gains obviously do matter as well, plus it's XP, in addition to just money, and XP is worth HP. Breaking every tree because they all spawned in sort of awkward places. I'd be interested to go back and do this build again and lean into the Pocket Factory version. Obviously, if I'd rolled a different weapon set, we could have ended up doing that more. It's just awkward to do Pocket Factory with ethereal weapons. Need to go kill that. Yeah, the brain bugs. Awkward to do Pocket Factory with ethereal weapons because you're giving up so many stats. At this point, it's we're pretty invincible, I would say. Our regeneration is super high. Our defensive stats are really good. We've gotten enough armor. And obviously we have 70% dodge, like all cryptid builds. I'll take the alien tongue when it's free. Robot arm is great, just 6 armor. Obviously incredible for this build. We'll still take Cyclops worm, even though we have 220% damage. Sad tomato, interesting for this build. It means we're going to have a lot less HP, but I think it's still, to start with, but I think it's still worth picking up. Let's reroll here. I'll take the melee damage. Hunting trophy. Will that ever pay for itself? Probably not, but if I get a little bit of critical hit chance, maybe. I'm going to give it a try. Again, I'm interested in buying these like late game hunting trophies. I think I did this in a relatively recent video where I bought a really late game hunting trophy to see how quickly it paid for itself. So that cost me 8, I want to say. I immediately forgot how much health it cost me. Let me know in the comments. I believe that cost me 8 health, which is the equivalent of 104 materials. So we'll see whether that pays for itself over the next 2 waves. Wheat for 4 melee damage at the cost of 12 health, I do think is worth it, because melee damage is just so valuable for this build right now. And then getting the wrong level 3 item here, but I will buy the Lucky Charm, and then I think I'm going to hold just on 700 materials. I was hoping to find more crit chance in that shop as well for the hunting trophy, but we didn't. So now we're at the point where I have enough luck that when I break a tree, it's very likely to drop a crate. I think I still like not breaking some of the trees, just for the money, but also because it makes me safer with the regen. But we can start breaking more trees just to maximize our item gain. As long as there's a few on the field, we'll have enough regeneration to survive, no problem. Only 4 crates there, even though I broke a lot of trees. I'll recycle the garden. I don't think we need it. We have plenty of consumables that from trees if we need them. I'll take the hunting trophy. So this one is worth 99 materials. So 104 plus 99 is 203. So we need to get 203 by the end of the game to make up the cost of those. We'll recycle the cyber ball, recycle the baby with a beard. Sift's relic. Probably not that good for this build, honestly. It's really fun, but I don't think it does much for us. I'll take the lemonade, because we're never dropping materials that we aren't then picking up. I will take the lemonade again. I'll take the beanie and reroll. I'm really looking for critical hit chance here. Reroll again. Leather vest just for the armor is still good. Beanie just for the % damage I'm still just going to take. And 10 speed on the wings. Yeah, that's, I think, is still an okay amount of % damage. At this point, I'm just having fun just buying all the % damage items. Yes, Claw Tree, because that's going to give me crit chance and also just melee damage, which I need. And then Blindfold is perfect here, giving me the critical hit chance. Some more rerolls. Mastery, yes. I'm going to try to stay at 100 HP. Although if I get something really fun this wave, I'll buy it. And we got 2 fun things, so I'm going to recycle this Ghost Flint and then buy this Ghost Flint and the tree, just to max out my Ghost Flints. I'm not going to reroll for 81. Let's just go fight the Elite. Our damage is, I would say, fairly high at this point. We're at kind of like the ultimate end game state of a Brotato build, where we've been stacking ethereal weapons forever. We've got 70% dodge cap because we're the Cryptid. So at the end, of course, we're the Demon, who has an insane end game also. Just two characters that do really well the further you go on in the waves. But that was this is the payoff for the somewhat tense early game that we had, you know. some of which was self-inflicted because I kept buying down to 1 HP, but I think that was actually important because that's what let us get our economy rolling so that we could get to this state. Extra stomach will not pay for itself. There's no way, right? In 2 waves, so I'm just going to recycle it. Butterfly will recycle. Alien eyes, I'll recycle. Little disappointing that. I'm going to re-roll this. I could take max HP, but I want to roll for critical hit, I think. I don't need dodge. I don't need attack speed. So re-roll again. Didn't find any critical hit. I guess I'll just take the speed. Here's another level 4 ghost. Ghost Flint. Let's roll. Warrior Helmet I will definitely take because the armor is very important. And Claw Tree is more critical hit chance. Wheelbarrow will not pay for itself. Let's reroll again. Nothing here that I want either. Really getting a little unlucky on items. I guess there's not that much that we really want to buy at this point, so it's not that surprising we're not finding too much. I'm just going to sit on 1,000 materials here and just buy some crit chance, go to the next wave. It feels bad when you have a level 3 ethereal weapon, like the Ghost Flint that we sold, and then roll a level 4 in the shop to sell it and buy the level 4, because that Ghost Flint had done so much work. It had given us so many stats, and we just threw it aside like it was nothing. It's really very cruel, but it's a cold, hard world out there in Brotato land. If you want to defeat an alien invasion, sometimes you have to make the hard decisions. We have enough money at this point that we're just making massive amounts of HP. I'm still just going to take the Lucky Charm. I think that's just fun, just to get to 150 luck. You know what? Let's get over 100% dodge chance. Obviously, we're capped, and so this is not the right purchase, but I kind of just like finishing the game with 105% dodge. We'll buy the Gentle Alien here as well. Reroll. Lure? Sure, why not? And then, you know what? I'm just going to keep building dodge. Let's see what kind of dodge I can get to. I might just reroll down to 0 and see if I can hit... oh yeah, let me check the hunting trophies. 221, so we barely had them pay for themselves. Maybe not exactly the right purchases here, but they still were okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll down to 0 here and try to find Retromation's hoodie, because we have 113 dodge, and that just seems fun to me. Nothing here I want, but I will buy the blindfold for crit chance. No. No. No luck there. I guess I'll take the regeneration. Estee's couch is the opposite of what we want. we could reduce my regeneration to minus 102. So that's kind of interesting. Wait, why does this... Wait, minus 102. Plus 2 regeneration for every permanent... minus 1% speed. Right, because we have very positive speed. Yeah, obviously. Potato, I don't know if that will actually pay for itself, but I really am interested in finding Retromation's hoodie, so I'm just going to keep re-rolling. I think the Dangerous Bunny will make it easier to do that. Do I buy the armor? Sure. We're going to lose a lot of max HP here as well, because I'm rolling down all my money, so the paddings are losing HP as I do this. No luck on the hoodie. Let's take some bait. That just sounds fun going into this next wave. And Rip and Tear, why not? 97 HP at the end of the game here because I spent a lot of money on frivolous stuff. But somehow I think we're going to do okay. And there we go. We have killed the elites very, very quickly, as you would expect from 2 powerful late-game characters combined with one another. That build was awesome. Honestly, I expected it to be a little bit too easy, But as it was pretty fun to go through the first like 10 waves or so, lots of interesting decisions, and then it paid off in spades in the endgame where we ended up with a massive advantage. Alright my friends, hope you've enjoyed this video. Let's take a quick look at the economy stats. We've got 600 and 70 from the recycling machine, so obviously paid for itself. Bag, as usual, in All-Star. The 3 wheelbarrows did really well. Coupons saved us 573 materials. I'm interested in how it calculates that for the demon. I guess it just calculates it based on the equivalency, the 13-to-1 equivalency, but obviously that was worth it. And then the hunting trophies made 228, so barely paid for themselves, but a fun experiment. Alright my friends, hope you've enjoyed the video, and of course as always if you have, feel free to leave a comment, like the video, and you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers folks, I'll catch you next time.